Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I wanted to talk about the successes and failures of Star Citizen events, both fan-made and official ones, and what they mean for the game moving forward. Yesterday was the Daymar Rally, which was a Star Citizen fan event that actually garners quite a surprising amount of interest. There were loads of teams across various classes of racers, from buggies to rovers to bikes. For those of you that don't know, the Daymar Rally is a ground-based in-game Star Citizen race. It's more of an endurance race, really, across 510 kilometers on the moon of Daymar in the Stanton system. And some people even try to run that course. Typically, that's because their vehicle breaks or they sort of are forced to continue on foot. And there's support craft and whole teams that sort of help each other get from A to B to C to the end. There was around 2,500 to 3,000 viewers on Twitch when I was watching for a few hours, and that actual whole race altogether, with people finishing and messing around and stuff, it lasted for about 8 hours, with the actual whole stream, including pre-show and after-show, lasting around 11 hours total. So this was a big all-day event, and it sort of worked out pretty well. It was pretty successful. It had sponsors. Detox and Crucian presented it, along with special guests like Captain Richard and various interviewees, and JR Fabrication, and a load of people like Game Glass and stuff like helping out and getting this event into a really good state. So this little fan event started 2 years ago and became pretty big and works pretty well now, even though there are major issues with Star Citizen. Star Citizen is very much an alpha, so how can it support something like this? So it takes weeks of preparation and organisation to make the Daymar Rally work. That requires an engaged, enthusiastic mix of organisers and also a community that really have to rally around. It's a pun that we have to rally around the event. So it's a rally event. And there have been lots of problems and bugs and instability that have caused issues with the Daymar Rally. As you know, Star Citizen crashes, servers crash. That is going to put a big dent in doing something so organised and time intensive. So even this year, Star Citizen, the Daymar Rally, was struck with 30Ks. So one of the servers crashed and a large amount of teams had to drop out during the rally. They had rules in place for this, though. Everyone was aware what was going to happen. If it sort of there was a disconnect or the servers crashed before a certain time, they were just going to restart that particular server and continue. But it was actually after the time that they had stated, so they just said, unfortunately, we'll record your times, but we have to keep the rally going, and we can't keep it going for ad infinitum, and we do have to have an end to it. And because the Daymar Rally was running across multiple servers, the other servers were continuing to chug along, and those players were still able to play. So the show must go on. These types of events have always been at the mercy of Star Citizen's stability and accessibility. In fact, anyone wanting to play Star Citizen, organisations wanting to do group activities together, they are always at the mercy of the stability of this alpha game. In previous years, we've had similar issues with the Daymar Rally that delay the start by many hours. Orgs and more PvP orientated players have literally attacked and tried to disrupt these events too. So you even get players trying to ruin's probably a too strong a word. They get involved in disruptive ways, I'll say, to be more democratic. Some people just want to watch the world burn, I suppose. Largely, Star Citizen has become more stable and accessible from patch to patch, but this isn't always true. If there is server trouble or an update just before an event, then boom, everything could collapse, people constantly getting disconnected, and the event could just fall on its ass. But you get loads of orgs running their own events, not just rally events, but Fight an Idris and attack space stations, orgs running mining ops, and some quite big events as well. And these are typically more manageable than the sort of scale of the Daymar Rally, and even if your server does 30k, you can actually just, jump in and start the event again. You might have lost up to a couple of hours, and well, it didn't matter because you had fun anyway. In a 5 to 8 hour rally, 11-hour rally, if you 30k halfway through that, it's a little harder to jump back in and do it. And you could, constantly get 30ks, which case you'd be rallying for the rest of your life. However, In the case of the Daymar Rally, it's got the size and reputation that Cloud Imperium also support and promote that event, and seem to be aware of that even when deploying patches and hotfixes. And this really helps the players and the organisers know exactly what they can expect from any given patch, and just before the Daymar Rally, they're like, right, we have to avoid doing this, we know these common bugs, we know what to do if we encounter anything, and they can plan around that. As I said, the community is the most important part of these events. They require people and teams wanting to invest time into something that could really implode or fail. Viewers that want to watch this, broadcasters that want to host the stream and talk for 11 hours, prizes, financial support, as well as a set of robust rules. That's all needed to make these sort of more public events successful. And in the case of the Daymar Rally, really a hunger to win, or teams to want to participate in those events. And to a lot of players, these sort of events are going to be pretty boring. There's only going to be a certain type of event they want to play. A lot of people don't see Star Citizen as having any sort of like tangible gameplay yet, because it is an alpha and it's still being built. They might sort of turn up as a tourist, and they might even enjoy watching these sort of events, but participating in them, playing them, is another matter. And even just considering Star Citizen a playable gaming experience is, for some, just not what they see it as. They're just like, Star Citizen's just not ready yet. What's the point, sort of thing. For me, I love the social aspect of these kind of events like the Daymar Rally, but I'm not a big fan of racing in Star Citizen myself, probably because I'm just very bad at it. Star Citizen is seeing more and more events made by more people as well, so they announced the Stanton 7 during the Daymar Rally, so whereas the Daymar Rally is a yearly thing, they want to have the Stanton 7, which is going to be a more regular set of, I think, 7 races, or at least 7 tracks. And there have been Star Marine and Arena Commander competitions and leagues, and an uncountable number of org events doing, well, typically less public, but sometimes public. Sometimes they broadcast them, sometimes they don't. One of the reasons we have these sort of in-game events run by players and orgs is because there's only a very limited amount of content in Star Citizen. It's alpha, and really there's only a small amount of functional gameplay. It's sandbox gameplay. Players go, what have we got to use? Let's make gameplay around that and work out how to use that in interesting ways. We also see events like, well, official ones from Cloud Imperium, like the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. That's cool. That focuses all the players into a single area or smaller area, and people all have a similar experience because they go to this like expo hall, try out new ships, and then talk about it. It brings the community together in some way. But you have much more of an interesting event when you have something like the Invictus Fleet Week, the Fleet Week stuff that we had in May. So that had a very similar thing that also had a UE fleet flying around, where players would take to the skies and to the space and look at these fleets and, well, sometimes fight them, sometimes try and steal the UE ships. That was great fun, because there was a lot of discovery and messing around to be done as well. In my opinion, Cloud Imperium are about to massively increase the playability and fun in Star Citizen with their own server events. In the short term, this is the Xenothreat missions and fleet battles that we've been talking about, which should be going live in-game in the next few weeks, if all goes to plan. And that's what Star Citizen's been missing for me for a long time. Actual large-scale events that are supported by game systems that players can jump in and get involved with, whether they're solo, in a large group, yeah, whatever scale you want to get involved with them, as they happen, you can just jump in, get involved, a load of other people will turn up as well that you might not have met before. And it's new gameplay too, so throw all that together, that's a lot more fun, that's a lot more going on, that makes me want to play in the latest patch. But how much additional gameplay will there be? How quickly will it get old? That's going to depend on the event in question, what's involved, and how in-depth replayable it is, and how stable the servers are. But as Star Citizen gets more and more content, expect to see more and more in-game events made by players and by Cloud Imperium, and that barrier to entry for players to run events to come down and be easier to do. But what do you think? Did you watch or participate in the Daymar Rally? Have you participated in other events? What were they like? Are you looking forward to the new Xenothreat and other dynamic events that are coming into the game? Or do you think that they're going to get old too quickly? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And congratulations to the Daymar Rally for running another great event. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For January 2021, we're giving away 5 different ships to 5 different randomly chosen winners. We're giving away a 100i, a 125a, a 135c, as well as a couple of birdie boys, the Talon and the Shrike variant. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is comment on any of my videos made during January. That's it, although I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed. I also shill for NordVPN. They protect your datas and your information from people that are trying to data intercept it with a Herald or Mercury Starinate. You see how I built that into Star Citizen based lore? Zin, animate a little radar dish or a Mercury Starinate stealing someone's data, and then NordVPN somehow blocking that. But if you are looking for a VPN, NordVPN is a very affordable VPN that can get you better access to the internet, help keep you secure and protected, and help you maintain your privacy. Links down below for a discount on Nord. Also, if you wish to further support the channel, there's Patreon, there's a join button below my videos. The extra money that we get from that helps support the channel massively. Thank you so much to those VIPs that go the extra mile to do that. I also like people quite a lot that share, like, and subscribe and comment on my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.